Crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin is breaking out once again. And check this out. The number of Bitcoin addresses with non-zero balances just surpassed 50 million. So shout out to all my Bitcoiners out there. Also breaking news, the world's largest oil company, Saudi Aramco, partners with Japanese finance giant SBI Holdings to explore investing in digital assets. Max Kaiser responded to this. Translation, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Qatar are about to drop $1 trillion into Bitcoin. Let's freaking go. Also breaking news, U.S. Accounting Standards Board rules will reflect institutional crypto assets as fair value. That's right. This is pretty big for corporation adoption. It means that Bitcoin and crypto on your balance sheet is now officially classified as a financial asset instead of an intangible one. We'll also be discussing the latest with El Salvador expecting to sell out of their Bitcoin Freedom Visa by the end of the year, as well as the latest with BlackRock revising their spot Bitcoin ETF to enable easier access for the banks. Also be sharing the latest updates from Gary Gensler regarding all of this, as well as former US President Donald Trump launches his mugshot themed NFT drop. That's right. And quoting Coin Bureau, one side is trying to kill crypto with executive orders and anti-crypto bills. The other is selling NFTs of their mugshots. Choose wisely, America. And speaking of Donald Trump predicted to trigger a 2024 $2 trillion Bitcoin price boom, according to asset management giant VanEck. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, family. What it do? It's good to see the Bitcoin price action strong like it is right now. We're up $1,500 on the day, about to recapture 43,000. Let's freaking go. Welcome, everyone. Let me know if the stream is loud and clear and smooth. Shout out to Robbie Kaiser, says pump it up. Mo Can in the building. Keith Green, what up, brother? Good morning to Rachel. Bitcoin is Bitcoining again. You already know. Was there ever any doubt? What up, Will Stopson versus Guru? What's up, family? It's going to be an all-nighter. We may have a pump watch. If we can break 44,000 again, I'd say very, very likely. So please make note of that. What it do on Matrix? Good to see you, family. How's everyone doing today? Aaron Graham. Good. We're clear. Sheba Dreams, loud and clear. Good to note. Abel Gonzalez, the Dow just hit 37,000. One Glenn Co. This is not financial advice. It is just saying you're an idiot if you don't buy Bitcoin. I'll second that one. Right on. Great sound and video from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Mark, stream is loud and clear, Captain. I appreciate that, Mark. Paul says loud and clear. Let's go. Jay Torres, we back. That's right. Watch the Fed speech. I missed it, but seems to be very bullish for the markets. That's definitely a good indicator. Get your dirty on, dirty. Greetings from South Venice, Florida. What up, JB? Howdy, Jay Ivy. Welcome, family. Brian Bowden, Bitcoin will set you free. Amen. Ken, 100,000 first week of January. Send it. Let's get it. I am not dirtying my what? Let's pump it up, says Earl. I appreciate that. Let's pump it up, shall we? And shout out to $0. He just gifted someone the MicroStrategy paid membership of the channel. And it looks like Mo just got blessed with a free membership. So show Zero some love. And that's very kind of you, Zero. Thank you for supporting the show. We recently hit over 200 paid members on the channel. And I believe it was all your idea to launch the membership. So massive shout out to Zero. Really appreciate it, family. What up, peeps? What up, Freddie G? And shout out to our moderators as well, Maximus, Dankness, Streamlabs, Coinfather, and everyone always doing a fantastic job. Jeremy says, let's go Bitcoin to 50 G's. What up to all the Bitcoin hodlers? What it do, family? Appreciate you tuning in as always. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to notice the moderator, we have a bot called Streamlabs. And yeah, so you got to be careful. Keep you on your toes here. Zero's been on a rampage, 100%. Very kind. Let's go. Zero, great skateboard, right? Another one in my DJ Khaled voice. So another membership was just gifted from Zero, and it's another MicroStrategy membership, which is a level up from the HODL Gang membership. It looks like Freddie G, you have just been blessed. You can thank Zero for lighting that up for you. Much love, family. Podcast is definitely a highlight of the day. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you tuning in. Stress-free VIP. Zero is a new hero. Zero has been a hero, but now you recognize it. You got to love that. What up, guys? Yeah, but anyways, the market is pumping. A lot is going on, so it's pretty exciting times. Let's kick this baby off, shall we? If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Our goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with the Bitcoin price action for 2024, and we're more than halfway there. We've already surpassed 63,000 subs, but every sub counts, so I appreciate all the support. Also, be sure to smash the like and hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications, because that also helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm and gets more eyeballs on the channel, so we can help usher in this massive Bitcoin adoption. We're right around the corner, only 2 weeks away from 2024, less than a month away from the January 10th deadline, right, for the SEC to approve the ETFs, and only 4 months out until the Bitcoin halving. So let's get this mofo lit like the Christmas tree you see right here in your screen. Welcome everyone to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. This is pod episode number 1490. I'm your host JV, and today is December 13th, 2023. Christmas season is here. How high will Santa bring this price? Do you think we'll eclipse 50,000? Please do let me know. Let's kick it off with our market watch, as we do each and every day. You can see every major crypto minus BNB pumping and in the green. We got Bitcoin up almost 4% on the day, looking to recapture 43,000. The current annual high is just shy of 45. We tapped 44,750 just a few days ago before the correction. We have Ether up 3% on the day, trading above $2,250. Cardano, one of the big gainers, up 11.5%, as well as AVAX up 8.5%. They say when in doubt, just zoom out. So let's look for the past week. We got Bitcoin actually down 3% on the weekly, Solana up 15%, Cardano up 50%, and AVAX up 67%. And zooming out for the monthly, that should bring us all back in the green. Bitcoin still up 15% on the month. We have Ether up 10%, Solana up 25%, AVAX up 116%, and Cardano up 66%. And I'd say Bitcoin's probably close to up 160, maybe even potentially 170% from the bottom earlier this year. So we've been having a hell of a year, considering it's a bear year. The official bull hasn't even started, as that's not till 2024, year of the halving. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting at a $1.57 trillion market cap. The 24-hour volume is just shy of 65 billion. The Bitcoin dominance barely back on the rise at 52.1%. And the Ether dominance, the same as yesterday at 16.9%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, we got Beam leading the pack, up 19%, followed by Fetch, up 13%, followed by ICP, up 13%. Now, which altcoins are you most bullish on for this bull run? Please do let me know. And checking out Crypto Bubbles to get a visual perspective of the overall altcoin market. We can see on the daily, the majority of the cryptos are in the green and pumping, Beam leading the pack, along with Cardano and ICP and Ape. And checking out on the weekly, even bigger gains. We got Bonk up 51%, Beam 55%, INJ 58%, IMX 51%, Cardano 43%, AVAX over 50%. And zooming out on the monthly, that's where it gets lit. Some of these alts are literally up over 100%, including Bonk up 400%, BTT up 149%, Luna Classic 114%, AVAX 124%, Celestia 113%, and Ordi 132%. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 65, still in greed though. Yesterday was a 67, last week a 72, and last month a 72 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Are you guys pretty ecstatic for Bitcoin right now, considering we're heading into Christmas, considering we have ETF approval around the corner, we have Bitcoin halving, the moment we have all been waiting for? Let me know, fam. Novum, what it do? Dumps can happen at any time. There is no way to ever know. This is very true. Novum is bullish on FET and RNDR. Appreciate you sharing. Jeff says historically the year before the halving is always good, right? But it gets even better the year of the halving, and even better, we usually hit the cycle peak the year preceding the halving. So I'm expecting the next 2 years to be smooth sailing, new all-time highs, multiple six-figure Bitcoin price action, and you guys being able to reap the fruits of your labor for hodling. So shout out to the entire hodl gang out there. Let's go. Hey, Fun Fairs, what it do? Shout out to the UK. Shout out to Cornwall, England. We got Squirrel Bait in the building. Anyone else see the DXY dump on the news? I didn't catch catch it, but that would explain why crypto is pumping right now. How's gold reacting? If anyone knows the gold ounce price, let me know and I can read that out loud. What up, Will? What up, Trend Watch? Can't wait for my condo to close this week and turn into sats. Well, congratulations on selling your condo at a divine time like this to stack more sats. I think that's a smart move, especially over the long haul. I appreciate you, Gary. Says, loving the show. Much love, much respect. Yeah, let's get it. Abel says, #1 search in Google, blockchain, Bitcoin. Oh, wow. BlackRock Bitcoin. Interesting. I think BlackRock is on everyone's mind right now, just as Bitcoin is on BlackRock's mind. I should be a lot of coin. I just couldn't figure out how to get to the bank. Way too many steps for me. Yeah, banks suck. I hate banks. JV, you see the new meme coin? No, I've never heard of that one. I can't even read that one out loud. It's a bad word. Kinda, sorta, not really. Yeah, no joke, he says. Oh, you're being real. I wanted to fill more of my bags at 38, says Majin. Can't wait for my condo to close. Yeah, that's awesome, Trend Watch. So if we buy for 2 years straight, we should be able to retire. By 2026, anything is possible. We shall see. I say hold for the next decade, 2 decades, 3, 4, 5 decades, next generation. This is a generational move, in my humble opinion. Gold is at $2,015 an ounce. I guess that's good for the gold bugs, but I think we've been stuck at around the 2,000 range for the past decade. Sorry, Peter Schiff, you should have capitulated a long time ago, as Max Kaiser's 2011 Bitcoin stash is up 20 million%, and your gold is pretty damn stagnant, to say the least. Gold is up 1.8%. So it seems everything's pumping against the dollar, right? Because the dollar is doomed. We all know that. Let's take all their money, says Keith. XRP, says Keith. Hold forever, Laura. That's right, Knoxville, quoting the great Giga Chad Michael Saylor. Nothing but Bitcoin, no ish coins here, says Scott Roge. Well, I appreciate you guys. Everyone with a badge next to your name, you're a part of the HODL gang, you're a paid member of the channel, and you can see the majority of you are members, so I appreciate that. So again, shout out to the entire HODL gang. Let's get it. An ounce is 31.1 grams. That you're referring to the Troy ounce, right? After the ETF, Bitcoin won't go down for years. Gold climbed for 8 years after the ETF, and Bitcoin is worth a lot more than gold, right? And Bitcoin will be the first asset with a finite limited supply in the history of the world to be trading as an ETF, which means true price discovery. This is going to be a game changer, 100%. The regulators know this. That's why they've been kicking the can down the road as long as humanly possible. What it do, Eric Castro, HODL gang in the building. Much love, family. Bitcoin for the seeds, the children. Facts, JV. Appreciate you. Jase. Appreciate you tuning in live. What up, Frank? Gold is up to $2,014 an ounce. Good to note. Appreciate it. Bitcoin has a new meme coin, maybe the first. I heard it this morning, called Sats. Interesting. I think. Shout out CNA fam. At work, can't talk. All good, Zero. Appreciate the insights. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. Appreciate all of you. Stress and strain can definitely make us feel older, says Will. Right on. Enjoying the pump, fam. Good. Good to note, Baz. What up, Matthew? Shout out to our mod, Matthew, in the building. I think George said earlier today that 57% of the Bitcoin holdings had not moved over a year, and 90% plus are in profit. That's right. Over 91% of all Bitcoin hodlers are in profit. So congratulations to each and every one of you. But without further ado, let's kick it off with our Bitcoin TA, aka Astrology for Men, one of my favorite segments of the show. We'll check out the charts, the price action, and what's likely to occur next. And we may even look at some of the live charts towards the end, and I'll share there's a bullish pennant on some of the candles or some of the time frames and all that good stuff as well. But here's the latest of what's going on. Bitcoin recovered. Oh, we damn sure did. We're up almost $2,000 in like the past hour or two, probably after this article was even published. Here you're looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour chart, but this was after recovering to 41, and now we're on the cusp of smashing 43. So it's been a hell of a day. We have data from Cointelegraph and TradingView showing the Bitcoin price strength gaining momentum on the latest U.S. macro data release. November's PPI print came in below expectations, further bolstering the extant narrative of declining inflation. The CPI print, while less encouraging, did not induce fresh pain for risk assets. Quoting the Kabisi letter here, this is the lowest PPI inflation reading since December of 2021. So since the last Fed meeting, we have seen multiple favorable inflation prints. All eyes on the Fed today and a potential hint of a Fed pivot. They also referenced the week's main macro event, which is the FOMC gathering and decision on interest rate changes. And from my understanding, this already went live and they decided not to change them at all. Please verify that in the chat, family. I appreciate that. So both events are apt to spark temporary volatility, but thank God it's volatility to the upside. I encourage and welcome more of it. Now, per data from the CME Group's Fed Watch tool, the time of the writing, markets remain convinced that no rate changes would occur, and that's precisely what I think happened according to what I saw earlier on X. Now, trader eyes key Bitcoin price levels for action. So let me break this down for you. Existing support and resistance remained in place with popular trader Jelly, likewise reiterating the significance of the 48,000 mark overhead. Quoting him here, while the lower time frames are looking choppy, Bitcoin seems to be flipping the mid-range level. 48,000 is still the main level to overcome, after which price discovery is within an arm's reach. And here you can see on the chart. Now, the day's analysis contained the prediction of further sideways behavior as well, most of the downside having passed for Bitcoin. But looking at the liquidation levels, we have Dan Crypto Trades eyeing an increased leverage bet in a zone where the spot price was now in the process of clearing, quoting Dan Crypto Trades, building some big liquidation clusters as it's chopping sideways, most notably 40,500, 41.4. Expect some action around those levels. And as pointed out here by on-chain analyst William Clemente, the number of the Bitcoin addresses with a non-zero balance just surpassed 50 million. And I'm going to assume each and every one of you in the live right now are one of these 50 million addresses. So congratulations to my fam. I also wanted to share breaking news, and I'll cover this in great detail tomorrow, but the world's largest oil company, Saudi Aramco, partners with Japanese finance giant SBI Holdings to explore investing in digital assets. Max responded saying, translation, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Qatar are about to drop $1 trillion into Bitcoin. Keeping in mind, the Bitcoin market cap is shy of $1 trillion right now, so this would ultimately double the market cap of Bitcoin in a single tick, which he has been calling for the past week or so, predicting a God candle, which we renamed a Kaiser candle, which would be a $100,000 candle in a single uptick. Now, here's another reference. Saudi Aramco is currently worth $2.7 trillion. So why they would allocate so much in Bitcoin? And then Max responded, if you know, you know. So check out that inside information we have been covering here on the channel. Now let's take a quick look at the live charts. Why not? Let's do it. This is what we do during our live pump watches. You can see Bitcoin right now hovering just above $42,685. This is in real time right now. This is on TradingView. Bitcoin versus the US dollar. This is the one-day candle chart. We do have a target. Let's hover over it. The target is 49,433, which is the bullish pennant target, which is currently awaiting. My prediction for this year as a high, I think 50,000 is very reasonable, which is right in alignment with this bullish pennant target. Let me know if you agree or disagree. So this is the daily chart. Let's zoom in, check out the 4-hour chart. Let's see what it looked like. You can see on the 4-hour chart, also looking pretty bullish. We got 2 consecutive big green candles, and we get another one in roughly 3 hours and 40 minutes. Let's zoom in to the 1-hour chart. As you'll be able to see here right on your screen, you can see on the 1 hour, we've had a big green candle, a little red one, followed by a semi-big green, followed by a big green. And in 41 minutes, we'll get another candle. We do have a target on the 1 hour chart sitting at $44,821, which would take us to a new annual high. The current top for this year is $44,750, just FYI. And for the heck of it, let's zoom in a little more. Let's check out the 1 minute chart, see how we looking right now. And we just surpassed 42,700. We're still pumping, looking bullish overall. In my humble opinion, we do have targets to the downside as well as to the upside. And just for the heck of it, if you guys have never seen a 1 second candle chart before, you're in for a treat. Here's the 1 second candle chart, and you can see some targets as well. You can see some of the Elliott wave theory targets busting out to the right in the blue. So we'll see how all this plays out. Let me know your thoughts. Are you currently bullish on the King Crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now let's check the comments. And I guess while we're checking comments, we'll just leave the 1 second chart up for the heck of it. What up, David Wrong? Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in to the pod. Hope you're having a great week, David, says Will. I appreciate all the support, family. And let me know if you like the segment where I'm showing the live chart at the end of our TA session. I'm not a technical analyst expert, so I don't claim to be, but I'm learning. And I think we could all learn together and increase our knowledge. What is this show is all about at the end of the day, giving you the knowledge, delivering the news. So you let me know your thoughts on the live charts. Do you like seeing the live price action like we're doing right now? Give me some feedback, fam. Jeff says 371 watching, but only 86 likes. What gives? Click the like. That's right. I appreciate the reminder because it's free to smash that like button and it supports the show, and it's only going to help more eyeballs become aware of Bitcoin at the end of the day. So I greatly appreciate that, family. Let's go. Yes. The 1 second and 5 second charts are exciting to watch, right, Carlos? I agree 100%. Some action on the screen because we get a new candle every second to 5 seconds, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, I mean, welcome, War Player. Appreciate you, fam. Agreed. 50 G's by the end of the year. Easy peasy. Says Jeremy. What up, Cherry Young? I appreciate you tuning in, fam. What's good? What's new? Carpe, ADA, fire. So we got someone bullish on Cardano. TA rule number 1, don't use the Elliott wave theory, says Tony. Okay, not a fan of Elliott wave. It's all good. Yes. Yahim, what it do, family? Welcome, welcome. Knoxville says, bring on the eyeballs. Right, the more people that get exposed to this podcast, the more bullish the entire market will become. You know, every time I go live, we pump. It's just the nature of Satoshi blessing us right now. And look, we're pumping so high, we're off the charts. Literally, you can no longer see it. So let me switch the scene back for you guys. There we go. So yeah, right now we're above 42,700, looking to recapture 43. Let me know if you feel we'll likely break 43 before the end of the day, potentially before the end of this live stream, family. Who bought the dip? An excellent question from Heroic BTC. Let us know. And yes, smashed potatoes are always on the menu, so please smash those likes. Appreciate that. Sorry for the typos. It's all good, family. I understand what you're saying, Carlos. So did we orange pill Trump finally? Well, he just launched a new NFT collection with his mugshot, which is interesting. We're going to be covering that towards the tail end of the show, as well as VanEck, a major asset manager, predicting that a Trump victory in 2024 will send the Bitcoin market cap to $2 trillion, ushering a minimal of 100,000 price action. You already know I feel the same way. I think Bitcoin is likely to eclipse that 6-figure mark, so we can have our 100K fiesta in Puerto Rico. It's long overdue. If you guys are going to be joining us, please do let me know and make sure to join the Discord for more info, which would be found at discord.cryptonewsalerts.net for our private server. Elliott Wave is great for crypto if you use it with other TA. Good to note, brother. JA Digital, what it do, family? Appreciate you tuning in. Jackie bought the dip, so congratulations, Jackie. Basani from Brazil. Shout out Brazil. Appreciate you, family, tuning into the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Izzy says 43 breaks today. Send it. Let's get it. I bought the dip big, says Matt. Well, congratulations. Well done. These dips are more and more short-lived, which is another bullish omen that we're likely to retest this annual high and break through. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's Christmas season, so Santa never disappoints. We pump when JV wears that lit cap. Thank you. So we got to keep the cap on at all times then, right? 100K, send it, says track. Let's go. Can you buy Bitcoin from Fidelity yet? That's a great question. I know they're going to have their ETF here soon, but I'm not sure at this current time. But shout out to Abigail Johnson. She is the CEO of Fidelity. It's a $4.5 trillion asset manager. She is considered the female version of Larry Fink, as Larry Fink, aka Lawrence Fink, is the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. You know what I mean? 100K, I'm sticking my what? Dirty. You're keeping it dirty here, dog. I bought the dip 11 years ago. Well, congratulations, stress-free VIP. I think you're well ahead of all of us if that is the case. Kudos to you. What up, Baller Bill? Appreciate you, fam. We'll work for Satoshi, says Brock. I feel that sentiment. I think it would be very smart to work for Satoshis, or if you're running a business as an entrepreneur, get paid in Satoshis. Why not? You know what I mean? Random, but do you use OBS to stream? I used to, and then I went to update my OBS after years of using it every day on this podcast, on this channel, and then it stopped working, and I had to switch to Streamlabs. But the good news, I was able to import all my OBS settings into Streamlabs OBS. It's called Streamlabs OBS. Now, Streamlabs has a lot of advantages. The disadvantage is it's not free, but the advantage, it gives you all these bells and whistles that OBS doesn't have, and it makes it that much more easier. And I can update without it destroying the program. So I don't know what's up, OBS. You need to get your ish together. But yeah, I'm using Streamlabs, and I highly recommend it, and I'm glad I made the switch. This is an example of turning a lemon into lemonade, because I went to go live maybe a month or two ago, but I'm like, let me update my OBS. I updated it, stopped working altogether. I spent relentless hours trying to fix it, couldn't fix it. Went to Fiverr, hired a guy probably in India. Can you please help me fix my OBS? And he's like, why don't you just use Streamlabs? I'm like, but I like OBS. He's like, did you know you could import your OBS settings into Streamlabs? I said, I have no clue. And then he helped me do it. I gave him like a $30 or $50 tip. And I said, thank you so much. And we've never looked back. And I think this has made the show 100 times better personally, because now we have all the bells and whistles we never used to have previously. So I'm glad you actually asked. Yeah, OBS wasn't working either. I'll check out Streamlabs. Yeah, so now you have a solution. So anyone streaming, check out Streamlabs OBS. I think personally it's the way to go. Yeah. Her retirement is in Fidelity, says Keith Green. Are you referring to Abigail Johnson there, fam? Now, Abigail Johnson, her grandfather is actually the founder of Fidelity, which is interesting, right? So she is an OG as well. It's in her blood. But anyways, fam, we got 447 people here. Smash the like. Let's get this mofo lit. I have so much more news to share with you. So let's break down our next story of the day. Breaking just in, FASB rules. This is a major deal. According to Michael Saylor, this is one of the catalysts that will send Bitcoin to $5 million per coin. So let's break this baby down. Crypto companies and institutions holding crypto assets have gotten some good news about accounting practices. They will be able to record the value of their crypto more realistically under rule changes in the United States. The Financial Accounting Standards Board, short for FASB, realized the new rules December 13th, today. The FASB is the organization that sets accounting and reporting standards for the U.S., generally accepted accounting principles. Now, the standard financial reports are required from companies that trade on public markets in the U.S. Under the current practice, crypto is considered an indefinite, lived, intangible asset. Let's go. And so is the subject to impairment. This means the value of the crypto assets is decreased on the books. If they lose value in an accounting period and are recorded, the value cannot be increased until the assets are sold, even if the value of the holdings go up before then. Quoting Michael Saylor, right here, as of today, FASB has officially adopted fair value accounting for Bitcoin for fiscal years beginning after December 15th, 2024. This upgrade to accounting standards will facilitate the adoption of Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset by corporations worldwide. So major news. Let's go. Part of the reason we may be pumping right now. This is a pretty big deal. This is a disadvantage in the volatile crypto market, as it could make the company's assets appear to be worth less than their market value. The FASB said in their accounting standards update, quoting them here, accounting for only the decreases but not the increases in the value of crypto assets in the financial statements until they are sold does not provide relevant information that reflects, number one, the underlying economics of those assets, and number two, an entity's financial position. Under the updated accounting standards, the fair value, which is the estimated market value of crypto assets, will be measured in each accounting period and represented in the company's books. The FASB update said the change will provide more relevant information and reduce the accounting costs and complexity. Quoting James Lavish here, the latest FASB ruling will be a pretty big deal for Bitcoin, but that's FASB, and why should you care? And he created a pretty lit thread. Now, the FASB finalized the new rules after a consideration process, which began last year. It had a call for comments in March and voted on the changes in September. The updated rules will take effect in fiscal year that begins after December 15th, 2024. And quoting on-chain analyst William Clemente regarding this breaking news, this is pretty big for corporation adoption. It means the Bitcoin and crypto on your balance sheet is now classified as a financial asset instead of an intangible one. You can now mark unrealized gains, whereas before, gains couldn't be recognized until until you sold. So there you have it, crypto fam. Let me know your thoughts on this breaking news. Are you bullish? Do you think this will help usher in Bitcoin to new all-time highs sooner than later? Let me know your honest thoughts. Markets like what Powell said. They sure do. It seems everything except the US dollar is loving it right now. Mohammed, welcome family. Even if all bears shorts exit, still it won't fall as the Fed rate hike has stopped and Powell says to reduce the rate hikes in 2024. That's right, Mohammed. I appreciate you tuning in, supporting the channel. Mike, I have a feeling 2024 is going to be lit. Let's go. And speaking about being lit, happy 420 family. It's actually 4:30 right now in Puerto Rico, but hey, I digress. If Trump wins 2024, we'll be lit, says Keith Green. Just curious, by a show of hands, if you'd like Donald Trump to win the 2024 presidential election in the United States, put I. Only if you want to see Trump win. If you don't want Trump to win, put no. So no, if you don't want to see Trump win, I, just a capital I, whatever, in the chat. I'm just curious, by a show of hands, how many of you actually want to see Trump in the Oval Office return after 4 years of Biden? I'd love to know. It's 3:30 where you're at, Keith? Right on. Well, 4:20 around the corner. Send it. Keith says, love them. Rather than bust your IRA and pay the penalty, you can buy MicroStrategy. That's right, MicroStrategy stock, which gives you exposure to both Bitcoin and AI. Right on. I see a bunch of I's. I can't even keep up, but everyone's putting an I in there. There's a few no's. I'd say maybe 80-20. 80% of you guys are like I. Maybe 20% hell no, no. Most of you guys are saying I, though. Robert even spelled it I-A-A-Y-Y-Y. Yeah, Keith Green, I. The our own I. B-I-M-I. I. No. I. Trust no political member. Only BTC, says Will. Trump or Kennedy, says Dirty. Thomas says no. Both are too old. We need Bukele, but he's already the president of El Salvador. A lot of I's. Bob I. Vedson I. What up, Sailing with Twins? Good to see you, family. I. At least the DJT knows which bathroom to use. The I's win. That's right, Onyx. It looks like the I's are the majority here. Dirty 1. I mean, I or 1. All good. Orange Man, rad. So a lot of Trump fans. Clearly, I think it seems Trump is the people's champ in America. Everyone wants to see Trump win, especially more now so than after Biden became president for the past 4 years. JV, what up, family? Sailing with Twins, what it do? Jeremy put I squared, says Keith. Melanie says no. Trump isn't a politician, says Keith. Chris put I times 1,000. Oh my God, why I? We are doomed. Well, now we know who the majority of you guys are voting for. So thank you. But anyways, fam, without further ado, we still have so much to cover. I'll read one more comment. Jerome, for those against Trump, big question. Why in the world would you vote against your own financial interests? So, and you guys are still pretty lit in the comments. I appreciate all the feedback, all the comments, all the votes. Vote Bitcoin. Amen. Let's all vote Bitcoin. Bitcoin for president. Satoshi, you hear that? I declare you president of the United States. Let's go Bitcoin. Anyways, I appreciate all those comments. Now let's discuss the Freedom Visa over in El Salvador. Feliz Navidad. Yes, it is that holiday season. So Merry Christmas to y'all. Christmas, you guys got your Christmas shopping done? Let me know. Also, Happy Kwanzaa. You know, we celebrate all the special things that deserve to be celebrated during this time of season. But anyways, here's the latest with the Freedom Visa with Bukele as well as El Salvador. Also, I have a life hack. Max has a secret hack where you can get your ability to stay in El Salvador and not have to pay the $1 million. So just FYI, you can do it for $90 a year. I've already shared this life hack. I'll talk about it at the end of the story. El Salvador's National Bitcoin Office says its 1 million Freedom Visa program has already received hundreds of inquiries since its launch December 7th. Wow, that was like within a week. Incredible. And expects to sell out before the end of this year. So if you're looking to make that move and capitalize and you got $1 million sitting around, Check that out. Now, in comments emailed to Cointelegraph, a spokesperson for El Salvador's National Bitcoin office said it received hundreds of inquiries and many dozens of apps online and in person at the embassies and consulates. Quoting them here, based on the current level of interest, we expect the program to sell out by the end of the year, which means they're ultimately going to raise $1 billion. That is amazing. So shout out to Max Kaiser for the idea. Launched by the El Salvadoran government December 7th in partnership with stablecoin issuer Tether USDT, the Freedom Visa. And what an epic name. Freedom Visa definitely resonates with me, as freedom is my favorite 7-letter word. Now, it's a citizenship by donation program that grants a residency visa and pathway to citizenship for 1,000 people willing to put down $1 million in Bitcoin or Tether USDT and a donation towards the country. So my take is they're probably going to use that to help build Bitcoin City. Now, the On Bitcoin spokesperson clarified the program is limited to only 1,000 slots per calendar year. And so pretty incredible to sell out their very first month of launching it. Market commentators such as Atlanta Digital Currency Chief Investment Officer Alistair Mullane described El Salvador's $1 million visa program as uncompetitive when considered next to those other countries like Malta, which tout full European citizenship for $810,000. Well, here's an alternative. You can come to Puerto Rico. You don't even need a passport if you're already a U.S. citizenship. You just get your Act 60. You make this your primary residence, and you could benefit tremendously from the laws here as well. So let me know your thoughts. Now, the National Bitcoin Office says the $1 million price tag for the Freedom Visa was more than fair, quoting them here. If anything, in fact, it is actually underpriced. While there are many citizenship programs available in the world, there is only one Bitcoin country. Well, you got to respect that, because that's actually factual. It's the only place that is Bitcoin country, and it's the first country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. So despite the high price tag relative to the other visa programs, the numerous pro-Bitcoin policies and incentives established by Bukele over the past few years could entice Bitcoiners looking for a sea change. Now, curious, how many of you are actually pondering or considering relocating to Bitcoin country, El Salvador? Please do let me know. And regardless if you get this visa or not, I'm just curious. Now, in September of 2021, Bukele recognized Bitcoin as a legal tender and removed all capital gains taxes for Bitcoin investors. He later scrapped all forms of taxation for tech and crypto firms that chose to set up operations in the country. Now, Bukele had stepped down as president officially December 1st, 2 weeks ago, to focus on his re-election campaign ahead of the country's general election, slated for February of 2024. So first and foremost, how many of you are pretty excited about El Salvador and pondering potentially getting your Freedom Visa or using the life hack that Max Kaiser talks about, and you could actually live there for roughly $90 a year and do your thing as well? And how many of you think that Bukele is likely to be reelected for president in 2024? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to read as many as I can out loud. What is the cost of living in Puerto Rico? All depends upon your lifestyle, Jeff. You can live in Puerto Rico off of $2,000 a month, or you can live in Puerto Rico making $2 million a month. So, and everything in between. So it's up to you, family. We have a lot of influencers already out here in Puerto Rico. You got Peter Schiff, everyone's favorite gold bug. You got freaking Tika Tawari. He lives out here as well. You got the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. You got Ricky Martin, living La Vida Loca. A lot of folks are out here. They have the same tax incentive where there's zero capital gains tax if you make Puerto Rico your primary residence and you qualify under Act 60. You can look more into that. If anyone has any additional questions, just let me know. I'll wait for Argentina to follow suit, says Mike. Yeah, hopefully Javier Milei does something big with Bitcoin. Statwise says zero capital gains taxes in Belize. Good to note, Statwise. What's the process of becoming a resident there? I'd love to know. Dominican Republic or Portugal is where I'm going. YDR, crypto surge? Let me know. I know Portugal has very favorable tax laws as well and tax programs for investors. Surge, go to Haiti. I've been to Haiti. My daughter's half Haitian, FYI. Half Italiano, half Haitian. Is Trump pro-choice? Ask Digital Radness. That's a great question I wouldn't know the answer to. Tate Bros. Yeah, I'd vote Andrew Tate for president. Why not? Alex Jones, Andrew Tate. Let's go. I'll stay in Miami Beach for a while, but consider that if you're a U.S. citizen, you still pay income taxes if you live somewhere else. Good to note, relaxing. Gary G for president. Gensler? Of the retirement home. Thank God. Appreciate that one. Yeah, Gensler for the president of the retirement home. Biddy Fitty. What up, Corey? What up, Keith? Trump doesn't care if you choose Bitcoin or ETH as long as you choose his NFT. Yeah, that's our feature story of the day. We're going to be discussing Trump's new NFT mugshot collection, as well as a prediction from VanEck, major asset manager, predicting that Bitcoin winning the election will send Bitcoin above 100,000 per coin, ushering in a $2 trillion market cap. Trump is an ish-coiner. We need a Bitcoiner as a president, says Matthew. I would rather bring El Salvador's approach to Bitcoin to the USA. No taxes on Bitcoin. Send it. Yeah, I think we'd all love that. But would the powers that be allow it is the real question, right? Trump isn't pro-choice. Oh, thank you, Freddie, for sharing. I own a villa in Dominican Republic. Oh, wow. You already have a villa there. Nice. That's what's up. Very close to Puerto Rico, family. You have to visit. Belize equals 12 months straight on tourist visa without leaving the country for more than 10 days equals residency. Good to note stat-wise. Sounds like a beautiful place to be. It's one of the countries I've never visited but would love to personally. Shout out to Adam Moore. I appreciate the super. How is the English speaking there? Only speak DE English. Only speak of the English. Well, in Puerto Rico, clearly Spanish is the first language, Espanol. However, I don't speak Spanish. I keep it real. I've lived in Costa Rica for years. I lived in different Spanish countries. I lived in Medellin, Colombia. I live here. I've been living here for 5 years. I don't really speak any Spanish, but I can do everything. So it's really not a big concern. If you're dealing with something and they don't speak your language, no matter where in the world you are, it's called Google Translate, big dog. You can translate anything in real time. Technology is so advanced, I don't think it's a hindrance. I've even lived in China, speaking very minimal Mandarin Chinese, and I lived there for 13 months, right? So I feel if you truly want to live somewhere, language shouldn't be the barrier preventing you from doing so. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate this, the sub. Much love, much respect. Is green recreational legal in Puerto Rico? Not recreational, medical. There is a dispensary on every corner, literally, and their buds are incredible. I think you'd be very happy. And the prices in Puerto Rico at the dispensary are more than half off of what you'll pay in Florida, and I know from experience. So the dispensaries here, you can buy an ounce of fire buds, 40% THC, levels you won't even find in Florida, and it's like $150 an ounce. You go to the dispensary in Florida, it's like $350, $375 for the premier, Khalifa buds or whatever. So they got the buds on lockdown here. That's one of the advantages. Where do you buy the Trump NFT? Well, we're going to be discussing that a little later, but I'm sure if you Google Trump NFT, you'll be able to find it. It shouldn't be hard to find. And who knows? Maybe they're sold out by now. I don't know. How many of you actually purchased one of those Trump NFTs? Let me know. When a woman is in prison, she can't be handcuffed to a bed while giving birth. What in the world are we talking about here, Keith? Yes, I am in Florida, says Freddie. Thanks for the thoughts, bud. You're welcome, Adam. Anytime. Thanks for the super. Yes, let's go. But we still have so much to cover. So let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with BlackRock meeting with the SEC. Yet again, the largest asset manager in the world, making some waves out here in the crypto space. So here's the latest. BlackRock has revised its spot Bitcoin ETF app to make it easier for the Wall Street banks to participate by creating new shares in the fund with cash rather than just crypto. That's right. The new in-kind redemption prepay model will allow the banking giants such as JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs to act as authorized participants for the fund, letting them circumvent restrictions that prevent them from holding Bitcoin or crypto directly on their balance sheets. The new model was presented by 6 members of the BlackRock and 3 from the NASDAQ November 28th meeting with the US SEC. Now, if approved, the move could be a game changer for Wall Street banks with trillion-dollar balance sheets looking to get involved. Let's go. As many highly regulated banks can't hold Bitcoin themselves. So this would be another game changer. Under the revised model, the authorized participants would transfer cash to a broker-dealer, which converts it into Bitcoin before storing it in the ETF's custody provider, which in this case is Coinbase Custody in BlackRock's case. So I am also very bullish on Coinbase for the reason that they're going to be the custodian for all this, the major asset managers. That's a pretty big deal too. The new structure also works by shifting risk away from those APs and placing it more in the hands of the market makers. Here's the revised in-kind prepay redemption model blueprint that you can see here on your screen. It breaks down how the whole process works. Now, additionally, BlackRock also claimed the new ETF structure would strengthen investor protections, lower the transaction costs, and increase simplicity and harmonization across the wider Bitcoin ETF ecosystem. BlackRock said the new model also offers superior resistance to market manipulation, which is a good thing, which can be one of the primary reasons the SEC repeatedly denied all prior spot Bitcoin ETF apps. Interesting. Now, according to an SEC filing, BlackRock met with Gary Gensler, their chairman, for the third time December 11th, quoting the ETF expert from Bloomberg, Eric Balchunas. Damn, the SEC is busier than Santa's elves. BlackRock's third meeting with them yesterday is the most notable in my opinion, as everyone is waiting to see if they can convince the SEC to allow in-kind creations in the first run of approvals. And he was actually sharing that off the back of James Seyfarth's info. Nothing groundbreaking to report, but 4 different issuers have met with the SEC regarding their Bitcoin ETF filings just in the past few days. BlackRock met with them yesterday for a third time in as many weeks, while Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, and Fidelity each had meetings last week. Now, BlackRock and NASDAQ's second meeting with the SEC on November 28th was a follow-up from the first with the securities regulator on November 20th, where it presented its original in-kind redemption model. Now, the SEC must make a decision on BlackRock's app by January 15th, which is roughly a month out, with the final deadline scheduled for March 15th. So we have a big deadline looming January 5th through the 10th. According to the top ETF experts, they still give it a 90% probability of being approved. And if for some reason they kick the can down the road, once again, the next final deadline will be March 15th. So note that on your calendar or on your smartphone. Now, Grayscale, Bitwise, VanEck, Wisdom Tree, Invesco Galaxy, Fidelity, and Hashdex. Did someone say hash? Yes, please, are among the other financial firms awaiting a decision by the SEC between those dates. So there you have it. Which massive ETF do you feel will likely get the approval first and the green light from the SEC? Let me know. Or do you think it'll be a collective where a basket of all 13 of them being approved at the same time to avoid favoritism and ultimately avoid some major lawsuits? Let me know your honest thoughts. I'll read as many as I can out loud. Welcome to everyone just joining the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We still pumping, baby. 1,500 on the day. We're about to hit 42.8. Let's freaking go. Hopefully we hit 43 by the time this stream ends. I think we can do it if you get those likes up. Let's get it. 420 says legit killer. What a killer name. Crypto bugs, but not prostatic fluid finance is good. Whatever that means, I don't even know. Smash those like buttons, fam. Thank you, Sailing with Twins. Possibly all at once as well. I think more than likely the majority of them getting the green light to avoid that favoritism. Otherwise, all these major asset managers are going to have lawsuits against the SEC, and they probably don't want that. But you never know. Anything's possible with Mr. Gary Gensler, the worm, as the chairman. No Claire Gare. You know what I mean? Barack says 200,000 before the halving. I'd love that. Wow, imagine that. 200,000 by March 31st. Send it. Let's get it. What up, Jose Colon? Appreciate you too, fam. 425x this cycle. Oh my God. Where would that take us? Was that like $1 billion Bitcoin? Someone run the math. 42,000. Let's times that mofo by 425x because I have no clue what that number is. Appreciate you, fam. Keep shining. Thank you, legit. My hash rate is failing. Must smoke more. Stat-wise. Yes, Evangelista, I agree. And let's freaking go. Let's get it. Yeah, Santa says 50,000 for Christmas. I'm with you on that, Mike. I think that's a hell of a target. We can make that happen. I mean, the USA is not the greatest place to live near, says Crypto Surge. 88,000 Bitcoin in 11 days. I love that. Now we're talking about language, you guys. Ambrosia Chocolate Factory, welcome. Mike, lots of BC Bud. Earth Roots, what it do? What are the dope alts? That's a good question for you altcoiners out there. Let us know which alts you're mostly bullish on right now during the bull run. Let's go. Yes, 43 is incoming. You already know. We're probably already there. Very close. $200 away, family. What up, Gary? What up, Surreal? Jerome Powell, pump or dump crypto, don't care. We stacking stats. Amen 8. And we got a pump off of today's news. So thank you, Jay Powell. We appreciate it, big dog. Stat-wise, just Dose some Medi oil to re-up my hash rate, says Will. You guys are awesome. Pocahontas is in cahoots with no clarity. Facts. Senator Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler are colluding to do very bad things to crypto. I agree 100% on that. I think that's a given. Bitcoin's now 43,103. What exchange are you on, dog? That's awesome. So congrats to all the Bitcoin hodlers. Most people don't understand the concept of buying the dip. It's all about buying digital assets when their prices are down and selling off when the price rises. Thus, hodling is very profitable, according to the Wall Street Picker. Appreciate your Wall Street Picker. What up, Stevie Bay? What up, Grog? Bitcoin log charts have shape of two faces in it. Interesting. Whose face? Matt's calling for $17 million price action. I love it. Oh, is that the math on that? The 425x? Appreciate that. 18 million is 425x. Wow. 18 million per coin. Let's go. They are also colluding with Diamond and Fink. Of course, all the guys at the top are all colluding and all corrupt and all criminals. We know this. Get past Trump. Personally dislike it. That will be gone in 4 years. He'll get the economy rocking again and many other good policies that will last, says Nate. Take your damn coins off the exchanges. Thanks for the reminder, Al. Well said. Ambrosia's bullish on AVAX. 808 Bear says he's going to make a coffee. Well, make me a coffee too. I appreciate it. All black, please. Yes. Shift face screaming in the Bitcoin chart. You already know. But anyways, fam, as we continue our pumpage, and welcome to everyone just joining the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. I appreciate the support. But let's dive into our next story of the day, discuss the latest with the Donald Trump NFTs. And yes, happy Kwanzaa to everyone who celebrates Kwanzaa. We appreciate your support. So here's the latest with the Trump NFTs. And I'm also actually, first, before I even get to the Trump NFTs, I forgot to read this just in from Gary Gensler. He was just interviewed. So regarding BlackRock and ETF, here's a little bonus. Just in, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler on the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. We do things according to our authorities and how the courts interpret our authorities. And that's what we'll do here. The court gave us a decisive victory in favor of Grayscale. The SEC has since started an unprecedented process of engagement with ETF apps. Numerous amendments and refilings have been made. That's according to No Clarity Gary. But anyways, now for our NFT story and the Trump mugshot theme NFT drop. How many of you took advantage of the NFT drop? Let me know. Former US President Mr. Trump is launching a third NFT drop dubbed the mugshot. What an epic name, by the way. Good marketing. Centered around the theme of his ongoing criminal indictments. According to the December 12th announcement, the trading cards are purchasable via either credit card or wrapped Ether and are not transferable until December 31st of 2024. Users must provide Know Your Customer information to purchase the NFTs, even if they pay with crypto. In explaining the rationale behind the collection, here's what the website reads. On Thursday, August 24th, 2023, President Trump was formally arrested in Fulton County, Georgia. This is a moment in history. It's the first ever mugshot of a U.S. president. What a gangster. Now, in the photo, Trump has a furrowed brow with a determined gaze, which says he'll never surrender. Now, priced at just $99 each, users who purchase 47 or more, good Lord, digital trading cards can receive a piece of the president's actual suit from his famous mugshot and dinner at Mar-a-Lago with the president. That's interesting. Now, this is Trump's third NFT drop following previous success. We also have Melania Trump, former First Lady of the U.S. and wife Donald Trump, and wife to Donald Trump, although previously launched the NFT collection. How many of you remember that? Now, the 45th U.S. president is currently seeking a non-consecutive second term for the 2024 U.S. presidential election. How many of you think he is going to win? Do let me know. Starting this year, Trump has been indicted by both the state and federal authorities on allegations of business fraud and efforts to overturn the 2020 U.S. presidential election, totaling 91 felony charges. Good Lord. Now, the U.S. Constitution has no clauses automatically disqualifying suspects or convicted criminals from running for federal office. The 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which bars convicted insurrectionists from holding public office, requires congressional action to be enforced. Now, here's the official video of Trump announcing his NFT collection. And guess what? We're going to do a live JV react session to this on Rumble after the YouTube stream ends on the uncensored version of the pod. So you're going to want to be sure to check that out. We'll watch it together and we'll get a live reaction because I haven't actually watched the video yet. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts with Trump here. And quoting Coin Bureau, one side's trying to kill crypto, clearly referring to the Democrats, with executive orders and anti-crypto bills. The other, referring to Republicans, is selling NFTs of their mugshots. Choose wisely, America. And our final story of the day is going to be Donald Trump predicting to trigger a 2024 $2 trillion Bitcoin price boom, sending the Bitcoin price action north of $100,000 per coin. But first, let's check out the live chat. Let's do a little bit of Q&A and see what you guys got cooking right here. Rumble sucks, says Dirty. Why don't you like Rumble? The main reason I like it is free speech. I'm not censored in the way that I am censored here on YouTube. So that's why I like it. Dub Proof says the 45th, he'll be the 47th president. If he doesn't get the vote, it'll be his last chance. He is old and crippled as what? Need younger people in politics, not boomers. Well, we have JFK Jr. running as independent. He is also pro-Bitcoin and anti-CBDC, and he can do push-ups and pull-ups. I don't know if any of the other guys can, but he could actually do push-ups and pull-ups. I think that gets my respect. Kind of cool. That's fake, isn't it? No, this news was real. This ain't fake. He launched the third NFT collection. This is real, if that's what you're referring to. Rumble is still new. It just needs some more time to develop. That's right. I mean, comparing it to YouTube, YouTube's been around for decades and their parent company is Google. They have all the money in the world. So Rumble is a newer platform. So it has some hiccups here and there, but overall they respect free freedom and free speech and our First Amendment right to that. So I respect that and I respect them. Also, we have the Tate brothers on Rumble, another reason to head on over to Rumble. But anyways, we're now above 42.8. Let's hit 43. Keep the pumpage going, shall we? Oh yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy. He is also running for president, I think, as a Republican, just like Trump. The difference, he is very pro-Bitcoin according to his speeches and anti-CBDC as well, and seems to understand a lot about crypto. I heard Trump once say he's not a fan of Bitcoin because it undermines the value of the US dollar, yet he continues to launch NFT collections on the Ethereum blockchain. So I don't know what to make of it. What are your thoughts, family? And we're still pumping. Keep the pump going. Smash the likes. We appreciate it. Respect says legit. It's the same clown went from Twitter to Rumble. That's why. I don't know who you're referring to on their family. NFTs are gambling. You win some, you lose some. Buy Bitcoin and hodl it forever. Wait until it hits 5 million per coin and you can borrow your cash against it and enjoy your life and never sell your Bitcoin. Sage advice, Anthony Thornton. I respect that. Thank you for sharing. Never invest what you can't afford to lose. Yeah, basic 101 investing, right? I appreciate that insight. Relaxing. Or Roger, much love. I am a one-issue civic chick. Oh, JB. Oh, I'm not the one. Ramaswamy for Trump's VP. I've heard rumors of that, but I've never seen anything official. Is that a actual thing that can happen? Ramaswamy being the VP for Trump. 43,000, we're almost there. We're only $100 away. At least on this chart, we're probably there already on other charts. So you can't say Rumble sucks and free speech is paramount. There you go, Zero. He did say that, Sherry confirmed, 100%. Nostr is the best free speech platform. We're also on Nostr. You can find Crypto News Alerts on Nostr. You can find us on X. You can find us on Rumble. Clearly, we're on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere podcasts are played, for Christ's sake. This is episode number 1490, and we are everywhere, and we're just getting this party lit. Bitcoin 42,895 on Coinbase. The post-Fed high pulled back a tad, now looks about to break through and above 42.9, maybe even above 43. Let's go Bitcoin, 100%. What up, JD Club? RFK Jr. knows crypto and believes in freedom, wants to partially back the dollar. But the average American won't get past the issue he has with his nerves and when he's speaking. How do I know that? Because when I ask people feedback, the number one thing they bring up, but he can't speak. No one's going to understand him. No one wants to listen to him. And it's like, it's sad, judging book by a cover. You know what I mean? I don't judge, he has some sort of degenerative nerve issue or something going on, but I can see past that. But the average person is probably racist. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. Probably just judgmental and, probably can't listen to him. That's the sad reality. in the world we live in. In my honest opinion, Trump will surprise a lot of people with the positive regarding Bitcoin and crypto policies. What a great ticket. Alex Jones and Andrew Tate. Oh, I actually watched that over on X the other day. They had a Spaces with frickin' not Trump. We had Elon, Andrew Tate, and Alex Jones on the same frickin' stream. Not a video stream, but an audio stream on the Spaces. I listened to some of it. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. RFK is such an amazing guy. Real integrity. I agree with you on that. He talks a big game, and it's everything I like to hear. That's a drag. It's just neurological thing that affects the, yeah, exactly. He is ripped under that shirt. That's why I respect. He's cranking out push-ups. I'm like, that's like JV when I'm older. I'll still be cranking out push-ups and doing my thing. You already know. But anyways, fam, now let's dive into our featured story of the day. VanEck, the major asset manager, is predicting a Trump victory in 2024, sending the Bitcoin market cap to $2 trillion, along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price action. So let's break this down. This was actually just published on Forbes. I caught that here this morning. It reads, Donald Trump predicted to trigger a 2024 $2 trillion Bitcoin price boom. Send it and let's freaking go. Also interesting, Bitcoin rebounded this year, reigniting wild rumors of a secret sovereign Bitcoin bid and that Elon Musk could be poised to trigger a Bitcoin price surge. That's news to me. I don't know what Elon is cooking, but if he did something with Bitcoin, clearly be major. I think he should start accepting Bitcoin to purchase some Teslas like he once had until he removed it thanks to the ESG FUD, which we all know is untrue and has been disproven. Now, the Bitcoin price skyrocketed over 40,000 per Bitcoin in the recent weeks. In fact, we're about to recapture 43,000 with the annual high sitting at 44,750. Now, with many predicting 2024 can be an even bigger year for Bitcoin, analysts with investment manager VanEck have said they expect the former U.S. President Trump to retake the White House next year. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment, helping the Bitcoin price soar to 100,000 by December of 2024 and giving it a market cap of around $2 trillion per coin. I mean, not per coin, my apologies, per market cap. Now, personally, I think 100,000 is a little conservative, but hey, 6 figures is a big deal. I still believe we hit the cycle peak in 2025. So if we peaked at 100,000, hypothetically speaking, according to VanEck, I say we hit 2, 3, 400,000 by 2025. Let me know your thoughts, crypto fam, because we may be in a Bitcoin super cycle. As I shared with you in yesterday's episode, we have Bloomberg predicting a $530,000 Bitcoin price action. Look at that reaction. There's Trump right there, which made the thumbnail of today's video, right? Now, in the second half of 2024, Bitcoin will climb a presidential-sized wall of worry, according to VanEck analyst Matthew Siegel and Patrick Bush, who wrote in a 2024 crypto and Bitcoin prediction report, quoting them here. After a combative election that saw Donald Trump win 290 electoral votes and regain the presidency, raising optimism that the U.S. SEC's hostile regulatory approach will be dismantled, we think the Bitcoin price will reach an all-time high on November 9th. Now, interestingly, we hit the current all-time high back on November 10th of 2021, and that currently sits at 69,000. Now, exactly 3 years to the day from its last all-time high. Now, the Bitcoin prices have been weighed down by the SEC's aggressive stance towards Bitcoin and crypto more broadly in the recent years, all thanks to the chairman, Gary Gensler, accusing Coinbase and other major crypto exchanges of securities fraud, including Kraken. Kraken 10 months ago paid a $30 million fine settlement with the SEC, and now they just came back for round 2, shaking them down once again. CZ and Binance just paid a $4.3 billion fine to the Department of Justice, and that's just a small fraction of some of the fines and sanctions that have been paid. Now, Siegel and Bush also pointed to the historical Bitcoin price data that shows Bitcoin's November 2020 breakout came exactly 3 years to the day from its November 2017 top. Interesting. Adding that if the Bitcoin price reaches 100,000 per coin by December, we make a long shot call that mysterious Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto will be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. So there's another bold prediction. Bitcoin smashing 100,000 by December of 2024, and Satoshi Nakamoto being named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Do you think this will turn into fruition? What are your thoughts, fam? Now, Trump's predicted victory, which aligns with the recent polls that put him ahead of President Sleepy Joe, comes alongside what VanEck analysts see as a global backlash against the anti-growth agenda. So there you have it. The percentage of the global population voting in legislative and presidential elections will hit an all-time high, above 45% in 2024, according to Siegel and Bush. The high level of important elections augurs high volatility and the prospect of significant changes. And more specifically, we see mounting evidence that voters and courts are rejecting the anti-growth agenda of the Green Lobby. That's right. Now, last month, we had Standard Chartered's Geoff Kendrick predicting the Bitcoin price on track to hit 120,000 per coin by the end of 2024. And FYI, the primary shareholder of Standard Chartered Bank is none other than the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock. So keep that in mind, pointing to the expected approval of the number of Wall Street Bitcoin ETFs in January. Again, 90% approval according to the top ETF experts. We can get that approval by January 10th, now less than a month out. We think the number of spot Bitcoin ETFs will now be approved in Q1 of 2024 for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, paving the way for institutional investment. Kendrick wrote in a note to clients. Put simply, everything is working as expected. Bitcoin's dominance remains intact, and its share of overall digital assets market cap has increased from 50% to 50% from 45% in April. In fact, we've already tackled 53 before correcting some. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding this prediction turning into fruition? Let me know your thoughts. Shout out to Anoop Sasi. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. So there we go. We're still hovering at around 42.8. Let's freaking go. Welcome, Digital Dankness. What's happening, Captain? I appreciate you, big dog. What it do? Okay, we got some predictions here. Plus, if you look at the Q1 Bitcoin spot ETF and Q2 Bitcoin halving and Q3 money printing and the rate cuts, Q4 FASB, lots of catalysts. You're right. There's a tremendous amount of catalysts. We also have the supply shock, roughly only 2 million Bitcoin on the exchanges. You know what I mean? 1 month away from ETF approval, 90% chance at least. 4 months out from Bitcoin halving, the biggest catalyst every 4-year cyclical cycle. How can you be a bear at a time like this, right? The only one that should be bearish is Peter Schiff because, you know, just for that reason, Schiff is going to be Schiff. If the SEC only approves 2 or 3 initially, one can then BlackRock tell Gensler and the SEC are in the bag of of course. And they truly are. So I think more than likely they approve them all to not show that favoritism because it's just going to make them look criminal. And they don't want to look criminal because they are criminal. And criminals don't want to look criminal. Let me know if that makes sense. I thought Trump doesn't like Bitcoin. Trump doesn't like Bitcoin. But nonetheless, VanEck believes if Trump wins the presidency, Bitcoin will hit a 2 trillion market cap, sending Bitcoin north of 100,000 per coin, regardless if he likes it or not. It's all irrelevant. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty. Doom and gloom boomers are going to get wrecked. Yes, Peter Schiff. JV, my brother from another mother. How are you feeling about the dip, boss man? I mean, I feel great because these dips are very short-lived and we resurrect even stronger than before. So Bitcoin up 1,500 on the day is a beautiful sign, right? Things are going according to plan. Does Liz like crypto? Are we talking about Senator Liz Warren? Oh, hell no. She's anti-crypto to the extreme. She is colluding with the powers that be to try to destroy crypto as we know it, especially Bitcoin, as we covered in great detail in yesterday's episode. All of the supply that is being moved right now, plus all of the catalysts, we are in for a ride. Amen, Jennifer. Cannot wait. Project says Trump's organization will like Bitcoin in December of 2024. Of course, we're going to see Bitcoin at all-time highs. Trump has to defend his country's currency as the press of the said country. Exactly, Summer. And Bitcoin is a direct threat to the dollar. We all know that, right? So you can't be pro-dollar and pro-Bitcoin. I mean, RFK Jr. is, but at the same time, Bitcoin is a direct threat to the powers that be that print the money. And that's just keeping it real. Enjoying the no tax on capital gains here in Belize this bull run as I trade Forex and crypto. Well, congratulations, Aiden. I love to hear that. Take advantage of it. And 42.9 incoming. Let's go. Liz Cheney. Are you talking about Mr. Cheney's wife? I don't know anything about her. Keep lying to yourself, Ambrosia, says Sat. That's why it's awesome that we're building a completely parallel system. Just leave them all behind. Word. Jeremy says back the US dollar with Bitcoin, and by default, Bitcoin is a world reserve currency. There you go. Agreed. Bitcoin and politicians. Canadian dollars is legit monopoly money, says Craig. Are you in Canada there, eh? Trump for president, says Ralph. RFK Jr. is the best one for crypto and tons of other things. He has sued the government agencies for 40 years. Oh, that's right. He is a lawyer, right? The indicators are showing green for 50,000 by Xmas. That's our target for the channel, Jennifer. I hope that comes true. Only 5,000 from the current top. I'll take JFK Jr. over Trump any day, says Kevin. I will vote for a pro-Bitcoin president, says Sherry. Right on. Nope, central banks gotta go. I agree with that. And I hope Javier Milei lives up to what he said he was going to do and abolishes the central bank in Argentina. That'd be lit. Anyone here use Coinbase? They are now calling USDC digital US dollar. No, for real, for real? I didn't see that. Trump isn't anti-crypto. Well, Trump launches NFTs on Ethereum, but talks about being anti-crypto. Unfortunately, stuck in Canada. Okay. What up, peeps? Greetings from Freedom Country, El Salvador. Shout out to J-Dub the Laker. Loving those photos you shared with us in our Telegram chat. Appreciate you sharing. It looks incredible, mouth-watering, jaw-dropping, just lit. A little jealous in a good way. So yeah, greetings from El Salvador. The place is absolutely beautiful, and I have never felt safer. Love to hear that. Music to my ears, family. Bullish on that. Thought AI after getting government contract with U.S. Air Force to use AI to help train new pilots. Think Trump is open to BTC? Honestly, no. Just being honest. We should appreciate that Bitcoin brings us together regardless of what we believe. Amen. Bitcoin brought us all here today, right? So amen. Yes, JV, for real, for real. I'll post a screenshot in the Discord. Thank you, Matthew. Why does he have NFTs then? You figure that one out. Bitcoin will solve social security issues. Honestly, I don't know why he launches NFTs. He's already wealthy and a billionaire. So honestly, I don't know. Like, does he really need the money? No. Why is he launching them? Make a statement? I have no clue. I'll just be dead honest with you. I don't know why he launches them. Also, Melania has launched an NFT collection. I think just maybe an easy way to make money. I don't know. You tell me. His team made that happen. Do you think he knows what an NFT even is? Exactly, JD Club. So his team probably told him, we're going to do this. This is going to help us raise X amount of money. Just throw a number out there, $100 million. All you got to do is make this 1-minute video and talk about buying your NFT. So who knows? I think Trump can be easily orange-pilled, says Zero. Grifter, says Rue. Who you referring to as the grifter, dog? He is fighting many suits. He needs the money. Well, oh yeah, all the lawsuits, the 90 freaking, what is it, felony charges or whatever with the indictments. Who knows? I don't think altruism is the root here. He says he is a billionaire, but who knows? Good point. You never know. Rich people like to play look Musk. Yeah. Trump is shameless, says JD Club. So we definitely got some controversy here. I know half of you guys love Trump. The other half of you guys are like, can't stand him. Like the Michael Jackson NFT. Even Tupac has an NFT, but he's not here, right? So you guys make a great point. Sip on some water here. He already has orange hair and orange skin. You guys are funny. People always want more money. Good point. I guess there's never enough. Kind of like Bitcoin. There's never going to be enough. Even if you have 200,000 Bitcoin, you'll be working towards your 300,000th Bitcoin. Just like everyone here with 0.1 Bitcoin is working towards being a whole coiner, and everyone who's a whole coiner is working towards being a double whole coiner. Trump is a grifter, to clarify. Thank you, Rue. I'll buy the Trump NFTs if they're cheap. Well, they're $99. Wait till they go to $1 million. Well, you also get a piece of his suit, and you can win a dinner with him, according to what was shared. Why even run for president if you're a billionaire? Just power? Exactly. Ego, power, and control. Exactly. There isn't a Tupac NFT because he believed in it. It's because someone wanted to make money. Name a rich person that sits home and stops working or making their money work. There you go. Where you live in Puerto Rico, Kevin Smith? I don't want to tell people exactly where I live for my own safety. However, I'm maybe 20, 30 minutes from San Juan, which is where the airport is. So I'm close. I love here in Puerto Rico. I've been here 5 years. I've lived many different cities here. Got to experience different parts of the island. and I'm glad we transitioned here. Trump is always talked about, always interesting talking about Trump. It is. DJT is his image. Word. I posted it in the Discord. Thank you, Matthew. You guys all make sure you're in the Discord. It's discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. It's free to join, and we have many different lit channels that you could participate in to connect with the Crypto News Alerts fam. My dad was the reason Tupac lived a week after being shot. It's a good story if you want to hear it sometimes. I'd absolutely be interested in hearing that. So Squirrel Bait, are you talking about the first time he got shot, when he allegedly got shot 5 times and was in a wheelchair after? Because I think when he got shot in the car, allegedly, with Suge Knight, he died shortly after, according to the reports. But who knows? I know there was a lot of BS surrounding the official narratives as well. So who really knows what happened, right? Dorado is the place to live. Yeah, I spent a year in Dorado before moving here and purchasing my house where I'm currently at. So I like Dorado. Dorado is where Peter Schiff and the Paul brothers and Ricky Martin and a lot of very wealthy people live. I think the most expensive piece of real estate ever sold in Dorado that I'm aware of is like $40 million. So very expensive real estate out here. Ha ha ha, from a jail cell, says PLB. Let's hear the Tupac story. P. Diddy. Did Diddy kill Pac? That's a great question. Yeah, Diddy's in some trouble right now as well. But anyways, fam, I'd love to keep talking to you guys on YouTube. I appreciate all the support, but we're going to end the YouTube stream and we're going to continue with the uncensored version over on Rumble. I encourage you all to go on to Rumble right now. You'll see the stream. We stream simultaneous on both platforms at the same time. I like Rumble because they respect our free speech and there's certain things I can't say or do here on YouTube, but we're going to be doing a lit JV React session. See this Roadcaster with the smart pads. We're going to be playing the new Trump NFT video, a live reacts. I have some other things lined up for you guys as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go on, head on over to Rumble right now, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and let's go. I appreciate you guys. Deuces, YouTube, I am out. Appreciate the support, family.